Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Sunarashi, and welcome to part 14, if I'm not mistaken, of Doki Doki Literature Club. If you watch on the screen right now, you know this game is messing me and probably you guys up as well. This game, I've said it many times in the last episode, there are so many stuff happening and there is so many story to this that we have yet to see, but we've been, replaying the game, sort of, only Sajori is missing, and now we're at the point on our first day back in the literature club, after Yuri gave us our book, but now we're actually going to talk more than we did before, but she has her eyes on me, more than you think, and it's making me very uncomfortable, but at the same time, it looks like she's winking at me if you put out the eye on the left side. And that actually makes me very cute. But we're just gonna go and dive into this more again. But I'm just rereading a bit of this. So. That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. And her eyes are back to normal, thank God. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something very obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Me thinking... Yuri doesn't have control over herself. It's like somebody is pulling the strings in what she's doing. And I wonder who that is. It's Monica. It's definitely Monica. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. I'm wondering. Seeing if there's maybe something I can sense. There is the log has been updated. Okay, that's just because I started up the game, I think. Can you hear me? That's new! Can you hear me? What? The fuck? There's a little Devin inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all trashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them all of motivation and desire, into their stomachs, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort, food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new skirt. Such a deplorable tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. There's a little devil inside all of us. God damn. Did the traceback maybe see something? No, still the same. My God, I'm glad I got the tip of like, look at your files of this game. And it's not this that triggers it because of the time there, I think, but oh my God. One of these days we're going to get something there that's actually gonna creep me out, like the game is taking a picture of me from my webcam of my laptop or something like that. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Okay. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off the limbs and fix them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spot. Something tells me that wasn't the same book that she gave me back when Shajori was still here. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Arashi? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story... It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. Wait, before I'm gonna do that, let me actually save. Because I haven't saved in a while. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Okay, something tells me that I need to look again. I don't see anything. Okay, we're fine. Continue. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you are passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yeah, oh, fuck off, my God, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. For you guys who don't know, because a lot of you guys are probably thinking, what a pussy right now. I have my headsets on. I am close to my laptop, like I'm playing this on my laptop and I'm sitting right very close to my laptop because I want to get into every detail that I can if I start seeing stuff that isn't out of the ordinary right now. And things like that, those small little things like that actually can jump scare me just like that. Oh, yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? See, this is like totally something new, like a totally new lines and that kind of stuff, so these are the things that I'm interested now about. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little bit apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling. The fuck! I don't know what's happening at the moment. This is actually creeping me out again. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ooh. Thumbnail! Yeah, that's a pretty good thumbnail. Alright. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah! I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. I mean, in an alternate timeline, I'm going to call it that. She already, you know, put your finger in her mouth, like my finger in her mouth. So trust me, it can always get weirder. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the pages before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were that's what you were talking about. She's actually looking at me like that. Wait. It just came to mind me again that she has a knife in her back. Like a very sharp knife. Hopefully she doesn't have that knife in her bag right now. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little bit... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't hurt yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out to the classroom. What on earth was that all about? Arashi? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing, I wouldn't. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, last time that we started reading poems without somebody, everything went fine. This is bad. I can already tell something bad is gonna happen of this. Don't tell me she's gonna slit her wrist in the bedroom. Like, you know what? I'm actually going to check up on Yuri. We gently open the bedroom door. Yuri cuts open with both of her hands like that. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip back into my bag. Let's do Natsuki first, but Natsuki isn't going to like my poem either way. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay. Okay. Why? Oh my god, that actually did not scare me as much, but what the fuck? I can't. Oh my god, I actually wanted to stand up and just walk away right now. Oh my god. Arashi, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, Jesus can run. We already read that poem. Yeah, I told you they weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Okay, we already knew this. I like when it's easy to read, but it's too hard. Like in this poem. Sing everyone around, yeah, yeah, I understand. The other on the wordplay, like set up the rhyme for the end and make it fit. We already know about this, so you did. I guess when more than into realize that's what I meant to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Did you expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Well, then won't take it away from her. Yeah, we already know that. Alright, Monika's next. What time do I have? We can do Monika's poem and then we can call it the episode. Hi Arashi. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. How about don't get rid of people by erasing them? And maybe stop, popping eyes of somebody as a joke. It's not funny. It kinda was, but... Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to brighten things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Arashi. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all get to learn to pass soon. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Arashi. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something like deep. I guess I underestimated you. Okay, we already had this read, so well, I guess booked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Mayuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spent so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. You still have plenty of time, so I'm all glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have sound confident. We already know this. Let me give the poem. Hole in the wall. We already, you know, read this poem, so yeah. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Hahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Epiphany? I wonder if that has to do with the stuff happening right now. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up just later. If you keep your pen, just get it out. So you move your hand and go with the flow. Thanks for listening. Okay, we're gonna end it right off here. Up next is Yuri's poem. And I have a feeling something is gonna happen right now. So that's why I'm going to end it off right here on this cliffhanger. So if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share this video with others, slash the subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon because then you get notified every time I upload a new video and that is sincerely appreciable. With that, we're going to end off this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys in the next episode.